Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Red here at REDtone Studios. Today again we have another mic shootout, this time between some staples in the recording studio and on the podcast stage. The Shure SM7b and the AKG C414 XLII. These two mics are almost as dissimilar as possible, as one has a low output and a dynamic mic, and the other is a very sensitive large diaphragm condenser. Now both of these are usually used on very similar sources, and we are going to shoot them out here today. First, let's talk about the setup. I will have both of these mics set up to record the same sources at the same time. The SM7b will be using a cloud lifter, which is customary in most applications, to get that signal hot enough. The C414 will be running direct. Then both of these mics will be running through my brand new Cappy VP312 preamps that I've recently built. You can see that video here. Both of these will have 48 phantom power engaged, and the preamps will be set to mostly clean so we aren't getting much coloration from the preamps themselves. I'll do my best to level match them at each gain stage. Then, after they go through the Cappy pre's, they will go into my interface, which is a QU16, and will be recording in Reaper with absolutely no processing. The SM7b will be set flat with the adjustments possible on the back of the mic. Here. The C414 will also be set flat and in the cardioid position. So let's start out by doing some voiceover or podcasting. The SM7b is the staple, but I've been seeing a lot more C414s popping up on YouTube for this purpose as well. So I'll let you decide which is better. This is a test between the Shure SM7b and the AKG C414 XLII. The Shure SM7b on my right is a dynamic microphone. The AKG C414 on my left is a condenser microphone. This is a test between the Shure SM7b and the AKG C414 XLII. The Shure SM7b on my right is a dynamic microphone. The AKG C414 on my left is a condenser microphone. This is a test between the Shure SM7b and the AKG C414 XLII. The Shure SM7b on my right is a dynamic microphone. The AKG C414 on my left is a condenser microphone. Now, let's have a look at them recording a male baritone vocal. Myself, singing loudly into them. And you're the kind of trouble I want, and you're the kind of trouble I crave. The love you gave to me, baby, will put me in the grave. And you're the kind of trouble I want, and you're the kind of trouble I crave. The love you gave to me, baby, will put me in the grave. And you're the kind of trouble I want, and you're the kind of trouble I crave. The love you gave to me, baby, will put me in the grave. Next, let's move to the acoustic guitar. The C414 is my favorite so far for this purpose, so let's see if this test can change my mind. even though I am not a drummer, I always like to find something on the drums to have a listen to so I get a reason to make some noise. Let's try both of these mics on the hi-hat, as the SM7b has been used in this position quite a bit. Alright, I am back. What did you think? Of course, there is an obvious difference here, unlike some of my other shootouts where that difference can be very subtle. You can check out one of those videos up here. So here's my take. It is obvious to me that the C414 wins on all accounts, which isn't too surprising. It is crystal clear and has way more high-end information. The only place where I thought the SM7b was holding its own was in the spoken word test, where the low-end warmth really complemented my voice. Like I said before, this isn't too surprising. The C414 usually costs well over 3 times the price of the SM7b and is a completely different animal. Now, you also have to take into account where you are using these mics and what the context is. In a podcast situation, you may want to have that low output, very directional mic like the SM7b, especially if your room isn't acoustically treated. This will cut down on the bleed from other sources and reverbs that could be bouncing around the room. Also, in the context of a mix, you might want a very warm sounding hi-hat or other sources so it doesn't overpower the rest of the kit or the mix. You may have a screamer of a singer that is more used to a dynamic sounding vocal from live shows. Having said all of that though, I still reach for my C414 way more than I reach for my SM7b. What about you? Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.